Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, good evening. So let's start the session now. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay. So yesterday we had the discussion regarding the VPN, the types of VPN that is used in the company. Then we had the discussion regarding the issues of the VPN plus troubleshooting. Just give me 1 minute. So let's talk about different issue today. So we will start with the user login issues. Yesterday, two troubleshooting scenarios we have discussed. One was VPN related troubleshooting, that if someone is unable to connect to the VPN, so what troubleshooting we will perform, plus VPN discussions we had, and one troubleshooting we have seen regarding slow user login. We can also call it profile corruption. Once you will get your resume, so in some of the resume, there will be one option, creation of profiles, creation of new profiles in the job responsibility section. So creation of profile means this practical that I told you yesterday. If any profile has been corrupted, so we need to create a new profile. For that, we need to go to C drive, users. We need to select the user ID, right click, rename it as .old, then restart the system. That is called new profile creation. So answer will remain same. So in some of the resume, this job responsibility is already mentioned that we used to do profile creation for the user. So it means renaming the profile in case of any slowness. Now, today we will discuss about user login issues. User login issues in the sense, if any user is complaining that I am not able to log in into the system, I am facing the issues that we are going to discuss. So, let me pull one of the document. So this is the login screen. User can work from home, user can work from office. There can be two scenarios. User can either work from home or user can either work from office. So user will enter the username and password here, and after entering the username and password, there can be different errors. User is unable to log in. The first error that user can face is this one. This is the first error that user can face. The username or password is incorrect. If this is the error, user will not be able to log in. The second error can be this one. The specified domain either does not exist or could not be contacted. If this is the error, again user will not be able to log in into the system. Then the third error we have is this one. We cannot sign you in with this credential because your domain is not available. This is also user login issue. User will not be able to log in this condition also. The fourth error we have is trust relationship error. Due to this error also, user will not be able to log in into the system. And there is one more error. which is account lockout policy error. This will look like this. This one. The referenced account is currently logged out and may not be logged on too. This is also one of the error that user can face. Let me copy this. So we have 5 different error scenarios, and if any one of the error is coming, we have to do the troubleshooting. Error can be different. There are 5 errors as I told you. So you have to do the troubleshooting as per the error code. So let's start with the first error. Start with the basic error. So the first error is this one. The username or password is incorrect. Whenever any user is trying to log in into the system, user is getting username or password is incorrect error. So if this is the error, what troubleshooting we have to do? So the troubleshooting is simple. The first thing is we need to confirm with the user that are you doing work from home or you are in office. This is the first thing that we need to discuss with the user, that are you doing work from home or you are in office. If the user is doing work from home, troubleshooting will be different. If the user is available in office, troubleshooting will be different. So let's suppose the user is working from office. If the user is working from office, so the first thing that we need to check with the user is that are you entering the right username and password? Maybe he is typing the wrong spelling. Maybe the caps lock is on. Maybe the password is expired. So we need to confirm with the user that are you entering the right username and password? If user says yes, I have checked it multiple times, my password is okay. Then what you need to do in that scenario, you need to make sure that in the office, the user's laptop or desktop should be connected to the office internet. If the user is available in office, if he is using the desktop or if he is using the laptop. So we need to make sure that laptop or desktop should be connected to the office internet. That is the first thing that we will check. If the laptop or desktop is connected to the office internet, now the next thing that we will do is, if the user is entering the right username and password, we need to reset the password. We have to reset the password because maybe the password has been expired. So we will reset the password from the Active Directory. And you all have done the Windows administration session, so you know how to reset the password. But in this document also, we have the steps available. So what you need to do, you need to go to the Active Directory system. You guys will have the access of Active Directory. Even you can go to your system as well. You all, service desk, desktop support, you all will have your laptop or desktop in the company. So go to your system. Your system will have the access to Active Directory users and computers. What you have to do, you need to log in into your system. Don't do this step in the user system because there the access is not there. वहाँ पे access नहीं है. Go to your system, open run, type dsa.msc. This is the shortcut in order to open Active Directory users and computers. So in your system, you will type dsa.msc, then click on OK. Once you will click on OK, this screen will open, Active Directory users and computers. Here what you need to do, you will go to the users. Go to the users area, and on the right side, you will see the name of all the user accounts who are available in the company. Let's suppose the Sumit. Sumit is saying that I am not able to log in, and Sumit is facing this error. So if Sumit is facing this error, you need to select the user account of Sumit, right click and reset password. So you have to reset the password of Sumit, then share it with the Sumit. Now Sumit will log in using the new password and he can change it during the first logon. After changing the password, if the login happens, it means the issue is done. Issue has been fixed. So in this condition, what we are going to do, if this is the error, we need to check with the user that are you working from home or office. If user says that I am working from office, we need to confirm with the user that are you entering the right username and password. If user says yes, the next thing will be we need to check if the user is connected to the office network or not. We will check the internet. If it is not office internet, we have to connect it using the office internet first. Then we will try to log in. If the user is already connected to the office internet but still the login is not happening, then we have to reset the password from the Active Directory. How we will reset the password? That I told you. Go to Active Directory users and computers, open run, type dsa.msc, go to Active Directory users and computers, select the users, and on the right side, you need to select the name of the user whose password you want to reset. Right click and reset password and share the new password with the user. Then user will be able to log in. This is the thing that you need to do if the error is this one. But let's suppose the user is working from home. If the user says that I am working from home, so the first troubleshooting will be you need to check whether user is connected to VPN or not. If the user is not connected to the VPN, user cannot log in into the system and user can get this error. Because in the work from home scenario, VPN connection is very mentioned in the notes. Need to check with the user whether he's entering the right username or password or not. The second thing will be if user is doing work from office, then we need to make sure that his system, that their system is connected to office network, means office internet. Then if the user is doing work from home, then we need to ask if the user is doing work from home, then we need to ask the user to connect to the VPN application, then try to log in. If nothing works, then we have to reset the password of user account using the dsa.msc console. So these are some screenshots that we can refer for our understanding. So this error troubleshooting is very easy. If this error is coming, we can easily fix that. Now the next error is this one.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, small confusion over there. Sir, actually, when he troubleshoot,
Mm-hmm.
means he have that system, means he is available with that system right now, with personal computer of desktop support engineer.
I did not understand your question. Who is available?
The error occurred for that particular user, right?
Right.
Now the desktop support engineer want to correct his issue or
Mm-hmm.
attend his issue. Now the system through which, मेरा कहने का मतलब है जिसके पास जो कंप्यूटर होगा
Mm-hmm.
तो उसके पास का जो पर्सनल कंप्यूटर है उससे करेगा कि कंपनी का जो होगा।
कंपनी का ही होगा, पर्सनल पे तो कुछ भी नहीं करना।
अच्छा 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 ठीक है.
In the personal systems, nobody is authorized to do the office work. Even the person is doing work from home also, he or she will get the laptop from the company. VPN will only be connect on the company laptop, because in the personal laptop VPN software will not be available. This option will not come. Company never allows anyone to log in using the personal laptops. It should be official laptop. Even though the person is doing work from home, still the user will get the laptop from the office. Office से ही मिलेगा. ठीक है? Because in the personal laptop,
Okay.
no
Okay,
application
sir.
will be available. There is no security. We cannot trust. There is no user account security. So it will be official laptop. If the user is doing work from home, we have to troubleshoot accordingly. If the user is in the office, we have to troubleshoot accordingly. If user is doing work from office, so depending upon the grade, what is his grade in the company, he or she will get the desktop or laptop. Depend करता है क्या प्रोफाइल है उसकी, उसके हिसाब से उसको डेस्कटॉप लैपटॉप मिलेगा. बट इफ द पर्सन इज डूइंग वर्क फ्रॉम होम permanently or it's in hybrid situation, then the person will get the laptop only, whatever is his designation. And nowadays, every MNC is providing laptops. Nowadays, because of the COVID, starting from the COVID session, every company is giving the laptops because most of the companies have started doing either work from home or it is hybrid mode. या तो hybrid है, we have to go to office for 2 days or 3 days in a week. Otherwise, it's work from home. But it is not for everyone. Uh, Mostly the service desk, desktop support roles, network engineers, these people have to go to office because their intervention is required. HR people will have to go to office regularly. Then support team in the sense workplace team, administration team, they have to go to office regularly. But there are some teams like finance team, they can work in the hybrid mode if company allows. If the person belongs to the cloud team, DevOps team, so if the company policy allows, they can also do work from home, but it is not for everyone. In some company, it is not there. In some company, it is there. Just like nowadays, TCS is asking the employees to come to office. Earlier, it was work from home, but they are still asking the employees to come to office. So yes, there are the companies who are asking their employees to come to office again, but there are few companies in the market who do provide work from home situation as well. Just like where I am working right now, it's work from home on my profile. मेरा work from home है. I am on architect level of cloud, so I have that leverage. But in my team, there are some juniors, there are some downline team in me. They go to office, but not regularly. Again, that is hybrid. So it depends कि कैसी कंपनी है. Not in every company you will get work from home. सब में नहीं मिलेगा. It totally depends. Now, the second error is this one. User is trying to log in into the system and user is getting this error. The specified domain either does not exist or could not be contacted. If this is the error, it is totally for work from home scenario. If any user is doing work from home, only then this error will come. This error will never come when any user is doing work from office. This will only come during the work from home scenario. So you don't need to confirm with the user that are you doing work from home or work from office. This error comes in both the scenario, work from home situation, work from office situation. But this error only comes during the work from home scenario. So if this is the error, what troubleshooting we are going to do? So the first thing is we need to ask the user to switch to different internet connection. As I told you yesterday as well in the VPN troubleshooting, if the internet is slow, if there is any slowness in the internet, if there is any packet drops in the internet, so VPN will face the issues. VPN connection will be disturbed. If the internet is not stable, the VPN connection will get disturbed. And in that situation, we can face the login issue, we can face this error. So just for the isolation, we have to ask the user to connect to different internet. Then wait for at least 5 to 10 minutes on that internet, then connect to the VPN. Then try the login. In simple words, We will ask him to connect to another internet. If he says, I don't have any internet, ask him to connect to the mobile network. So we will ask him to switch to another internet, wait for 5 to 10 minutes, then connect the VPN, then try the login. Login will happen. But if it does not happen, if the login is not happening after following this method, then we have to rejoin the system back into domain. That is the only issue. If after following this method, the login does not happen, we have to rejoin the system back into domain. दोबारा से domain join. But how we will do that? We cannot do that from user's home. If any user is doing work from home, we cannot rejoin the system back into domain into the remote. Remote पे नहीं कर सकते हम. That is not possible. So we have to ask the user to come to office. If the error does not resolve, we will ask him to visit to office. Then we will log in with the administrator account, the engineer administrator account. Then we will rejoin the system back into domain. We have to follow the same step. This PC property, then change settings. If it is window 11, then we will go to domain or work group. Then we need to go to change. The system will already be there in the domain. System is already there in the domain. The first thing will be we have to make it into the work group. System is already into the domain, but there are some issues. That's the reason we have to enable the work group first. We have to enable this radio button, work group. Then we have to type here work group. Then apply OK, restart. Once the restart is done, again we will rejoin the system back into domain. We have to domain join again. Then we will ask the user to log in again, and that will solve the issue. This is going to fix the issue then. So if this is the error, we have to follow these two troubleshooting. If this is the error, we have to simply ask the user to switch to another internet, wait for 5 to 10 minutes, then reconnect with the VPN, then try to log in again. If it does not solve the issue, simply ask him to visit to office with the laptop and rejoin the system back into domain. Before that, you have to disconnect from the domain. You have to make it into the work group. Then you can rejoin it into the domain, because system is already there in the domain. The entry is already there in the server. So if this is the issue, follow these two troubleshooting methods. Now the third error is this one. We cannot sign you in with this credential because your domain is not available. This is also work from home error. If any user is doing work from home, only then this error will come. तभी आता है ये. So don't ask the question that are you doing work from home, are you doing work from office? No. This is the error that only comes during the work from home scenario. So if this is the error, what troubleshooting we have to do? Same. We will ask him to connect to the different internet, then connect to the VPN, then try to log in. If user is not able to log in after reconnecting to the VPN with the new internet, then we have to rejoin the system back into domain. We will ask him to visit to office, log in with the admin, rejoin the system back into domain. After rejoining the system back into domain, still the user is not able to log in. Still, this is the error. Now that is a server level issue. That is the issue with the DNS server level. Might be there are some corrupted entries which is there in the DNS server. Because of that, we will get this error. So what we have to do after rejoining the system back into domain, if it does not solve the issue, we have to transfer the case to the server team. Now what the server team will do, they will open the DNS server. Server team is going to open the DNS in the server. This is how the DNS server will look like. This is the screen of DNS server. So they will open the DNS server. Then they will go to the domain name, whatever is the domain name, they will go there. On the right side, there will be the IP address of the client system. Client system means this system. where the issue is happening. Let's suppose the IP of this system is this one, 172.16.10.10. So server administrator will search for that IP address. Then there will be one host record in the DNS. This record will be responsible for translating domain name to IP. So server administrator will simply right click on this and he will delete the entry. Server administrator has to select the IP address of the client, select the host record, right click and delete the entry. After deleting the entry, now the desktop support team or service desk team, they have to rejoin the system back into domain. Once the entry is deleted from here, this is the duplicate entry. So once the server team will delete that, they will confirm on the email that we have deleted the host entry. Please rejoin the system back into domain. Now we have to again rejoin the system back into domain, and that will fix the issue. That's it. So host entry from the DNS server has to be removed by the server team. Post that, we will rejoin the system back into domain again. Then user can log in. This is the troubleshooting that we have to follow. Okay, it is already mentioned. Then it's good. So this is what we need to follow if this is the error. Now the fourth error is this one. The trust relationship between this domain and the primary workstation failed. The trust relationship between this workstation and the primary domain failed. If this is the error, what troubleshooting we have to do? One more thing, this is the favorite question of the interviewer. This one is the favorite question of the interviewer. That I am not able to log in into the system. I am getting trust relationship error. So how will you solve it? They can directly ask you. I am not able to log in into the system. I am facing trust relationship error. So how will you fix it? So if they are asking you the direct question, you have to talk about this answer only. But if the interviewer is asking that I am not able to log in into the system, I am getting the error. So you need to discuss all these different errors that I told you. You can discuss with the interviewer that if you are not able to log in, so there can be different errors. The first error can be username or password is incorrect. The second error can be trust relationship error. The third error can be we cannot sign you in with this credential because your domain is not available. The fourth error can be your domain cannot be contacted. And the fifth error can be account logout error. So whatever you can remember, at least try to remember 3 to 4 errors. It will give a good impression that you have the good knowledge. It would be very better if you can remember all the answers. So you have to give all the explanation that if this is the error, I will follow this. If this is the error, I will follow this. So this will increase your chances of selection. If you are giving the answer with the explanation, this will surely increase your chances of selection. So try to remember this error at least, that this kind of error comes. Then you have to discuss about the troubleshooting. This one is the favorite question of interviewer. The trust relationship between this workstation and the primary domain failed. He or she can directly ask you, I am not able to log in into the system, or user is unable to log in into the system because of the trust relationship error. And this issue comes a lot of times. In the user login category, this is the most recurring issue. ये बहुत बार आता है. And this is the issue which can come during work from home as well and during work from office as well. This issue can come in both the scenarios, during the work from home and during the work from office as well. So in this situation, we need to check with the user that are you doing work from home or work from office? And accordingly, we have to start the troubleshooting. So let's discuss about this. So if this is the error, the trust relationship error, check with the user, are you doing work from home? If user is doing work from home, what troubleshooting we will do? The first troubleshooting will be check with the user, are you connected to the VPN? Because without VPN, user cannot log in. So check with the user that are you connected to the VPN? If user says yes, I am connected to the VPN, ask the user to switch to another internet connection. If the user is saying I am connected to the VPN but still getting this error, maybe there is an internet instability error. Internet is not stable. There is a latency, there is a packet drops. So ask him to connect to another internet connection for at least 5 to 10 minutes. User have to wait. Then user can reconnect to the VPN again. Then try the login. So simple. Ask him to switch to another for 5 to 10 minutes on the same connection. Then connect with the VPN and retry the login again. If this does not solve the issue, ask him to come to office and we have to rejoin the system back into domain. This is the only solution we have. So change the internet, reconnect the VPN, try to relog in. If this does not work, we have to rejoin the system back into domain. That is the only solution that we have. If the user is doing work from office, so during the work from office situation, if this error is coming, restart the system. We have to physically restart the system, then connect with the office internet again. Restart the system, connect to the office internet again. After that, try to log in. Here there is no concept of VPN because user is working from office. If it does not work, we have to rejoin the system back into domain. If that does not work, we have to rejoin the system back into domain. दोबारा से domain join करवा दो. If that is solving the issue, very good, close the ticket. If that does not solve the issue, if rejoining the system does not solve the issue, then log in the system with the administrator credentials. Log in with the administrator account into the system. Then we have to run this command. We have to open CMD, or we can directly open run, and we can type gp update /force. Then press enter. It will update the group policy from the server. If rejoining the system back into domain does not solve the issue, you have to update the group policy forcefully. So if you are getting this confirmation message, computer policy update has completed successfully, user policy update has completed successfully. If you are getting these two confirmation messages, it means system has taken the update from the server. Now you can restart the system again and you can ask the user to log in. So post running this command, restart the system, then ask the user to relog in. This will solve the issue. So if this is the error, the trust relationship error, we have to check whether the user is working from home or working from office. If the user is working from home, in that situation, we have to simply ask him to connect to another internet, wait for 5 to 10 minutes, then connect the VPN again, then try to log in. If that does not solve the issue, ask him to visit to office, rejoin the system back into domain. If the user is already available in the office, restart the system, connect to the office internet again, then try to log in. If that does not solve the issue, rejoin the system back into domain. After following this method, still there is an issue. After rejoining the system back into domain, still there is an issue. Log in with the administrator account into the laptop or desktop. Run this command, gp update /force. After running this command, restart the